Wumpa League is coming, and it's not a matter of if, but a matter of when. But there's still one gigantic, overarching question. What even is it? Well, let's talk about it.
Whoa!
What's up guys, Canadian Guy here, and back with a brand new Wumpa League video. Wumpa League has had this breadcrumb trail for over a year now. I just made two videos back to back talking about the evidence of its existence. It would be very hard to say that the game is, well, not coming, especially with all the teases that we just got. But here's a very legitimate question. What exactly is it? Like, what kind of gameplay does it have? What's the genre? This is not an easy question because, well, quite literally, we don't have any gameplay yet. But there is evidence that suggests what at least some of the gameplay could be like. First things first, what we do know is that it allegedly has the same marketing model as Call of Duty Warzone. Free to play with heavy implications to try and get you to buy Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. It will have microtransactions for skins and other cosmetic items, just like every other free to play game. The one of few mechanics that we can kind of confirm so far is the fact that parachutes exist, just by looking at this data mine. This parachute also confirms cosmetic items because, well, it's a cheeseburger, and I heavily doubt that a cheeseburger parachute is the default parachute. So if there is a parachute, then it might have a similar mechanic to Fortnite where you drop onto a map. But is that all we know? Well, no. There is an audio clip that was left in the files that was narrated by Lou Studdard. Take a listen.
Welcome to Wumpa Island. Try to complete your training challenges. Score points by grabbing Wumpa and bringing them to your team's bank, capturing bananas, and snagging melons at the back of the island. Check out the hint crates for extra tips and tricks. Good luck!
Okay, so let me just show you the transcript and the wording of this clip because there's a few tells as to what this exactly is. The place is called Wumpa Island, which, yeah, of course it is. Try and complete your training challenges. Okay, so this audio is seemingly temporary for a tutorial section of the game, as later on, he also says to check out the hint crates for extra tips and tricks. But the big thing here is that he says score points by grabbing Wumpa and bring them back to your team's bank. Now, the wording here actually makes me think a bit like Pokemon Unite, where you defeat enemies, both PvP and bots, and try to score with said points. Now, there is an odd specification here. He says Wumpa, but not Wumpa fruit. But why is that interesting? Well, let me explain to you why. When it hit the Crash 25th anniversary, the Crash Bandicoot social media and Twitter lit up with a bunch of activity, but at one point it seemed like it was going off the deep end. It started its nosedive spiral of madness based off of the "Where's Pepe" meme. But here's where things get interesting. The text says, me explaining where every Wumpa is hidden and why it's absolutely essential to collect them all. Notice, they don't say Wumpa fruit, they say Wumpa. If your mission in Wumpa League was to collect all Wumpa, then Crash explaining why it's essential makes sense. Now, take a look at the papers saying, why 100? This might be an inclination towards the amount that's needed to win. The next meme says, me, an intellectual, describing the extreme importance of collecting Wumpa. Again, no mention of Wumpa fruit, but just Wumpa. It's the same terminology that Lou Studdard is using. And again, more mentions of collecting all Wumpa. The next meme shows this image where Crash is asking if this gentleman had finished collecting all the Wumpa, and Crash having a negative look towards the thought of not collecting all of it. The text even says, rules 1 to 100, leave no Wumpa behind. Then Another meme showing that hitting 100 Wumpa makes Crash happy. Again, taking with the context of what Lou Studdard said, I think that you have to collect 100 Wumpa Fruit to win the game. The final meme that was sent out before the account went silent was this: that feeling when you find the very last Wumpa. The way this meme is portrayed, when you find the last Wumpa to hit 100, you would essentially win the game. That's why it would, well, apparently feel like this. So based off of this information, and by my own personal guesswork, this is what I think Wumpa League initially is, or was. Wumpa League is a PvP battle royale game where you have to work as a team to collect Wumpa. You start by dropping in like Fortnite onto a map. Now there would be more than one map with different hazards and different challenges. Once you land, you have to start collecting Wumpa and try to return it to your base. Each hero that you choose will have a unique set of abilities that's exclusive to them. Those abilities are used to help with collecting Wumpa and to defeat the enemy team running away with Wumpa. If you defeat an enemy, they drop all their Wumpa. Whomever gets to 100 points or has the highest amount of Wumpa when the time runs out wins. Bananas and watermelons help in some way with gaining points, maybe adding a multiplier to the Wumpa that you score or recovering health. You can unlock skins for different characters with microtransactions along with other characters, paragliders, and other kinds of cosmetic gear. Now, that is what I think what Wumpa League at least was at one point. Here's the thing though. It's no secret that there's been a lot of drama around this title. We have heard many negative things about it, but the first inclination of change to me is the change of logos. The previous colors was orange and blue, but now it's been changed to red and blue. The logo, in fact, has overall kind of just had an overhaul, but there is something interesting. Koala Kong over on Twitter made a very interesting observation. The colors that are used on the Wumpa League logo are almost identical, and I mean identical, to the colors used in the character select screen for Crash Bash. The red and teal match perfectly with the evil and good team affiliations. Another interesting hint is the fact that we got a wooden mallet in the package with the new Wumpa League design on it. Now, there has only been one time in the entire history of Crash Bandicoot where Crash had some form of a hammer-like object. Can you guess where it was from? It was from Mallet Mash, a minigame from, yes, you guessed it, Crash Bash. Now, each character wielded a different kind of, well, hammer or mallet. Big characters used this archaic yet comedic stone hammer. The medium characters used a spiked mallet. The tech characters used some sort of space hammer. And over here, Crash Bandicoot, the main character, used a wooden mallet in the exact same shape as the one that we got in the mail from the packages. This means that it's possible that the new Wumpa League could be a battle royale elimination similar to Fall Guys, but with minigames inspired by Crash Bash. There is a market for a free-to-play Fall Guys, as Fall Guys now has a price to actually get started, even though the majority of its players got it when it was free, which I think is what's slowing the game down in terms of new players. But would it work? Would it be fun? I'm not so sure. But what do you think is the better route? A Wumpa collecting battle royale that's like Fortnite and Pokemon Unite? Or a minigame platforming slugfest that's a cross between Fall Guys and Crash Bash? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much to all those who not only support the channel, but myself and my family. Because of your contributions, I'm able to do this full time. If you'd like to support the channel, please consider clicking the join button or becoming a Patreon with the link in the description. I also live stream every Thursday and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on by and say hi. Again, thank you to everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next video and or live stream.